My name is Jonathan Parks, and welcome to Jonathan's Nature Crafts. Previously, we kind of did a video with the Cosmic Santa where we showed some things about how we painted the solar system on him, but there's also other steps like little planets and stars and little berries and things that are on his coat. I just kind of used a little pink here just to do a test of how it would look on the purple. But with this little slick purple paint, or pink paint rather, since on the original pattern and all, these little planets were purple, but it just so happened that since we kind of reversed the colors and made the coat purple, it would be better to use this pink to make the little planets with the dots around them. So I've just placed a little spot of this pink right here on his sleeve. There's another little place I'm going to place down here on his coat. There's probably some of these we'll come back and do again later, but I'd say for a third one, we'll just kind of put one up here at the side of his cap. Now, I'll tell you that when these little pink dots dry, we might kind of just, paint little white dots around them, and that'll be how that goes. But I say we can have one in the coat up here. We can have one down here. And there's all kinds of places on this little Santa where we can place these dots, and they're going to be part of the decoration of the coat. There's probably some I should be letting dry before I'm adding others, but since that one just smudged, we'll kind of redo it here. And we will probably, as we move further along, see the many other things that we paint into the Cosmic Santa's coat. But this is the thing I needed to show for the moment. And maybe if I can get it to stand up here. While I say that momentarily, there's probably just other little things we gotta add here to the coat of Cosmic Santa. You've already seen where we've added these little red dots, and like for little spots for little planets, and that kind of have a special little design of spots around them, and might even just kind of share for a little freaking thought or two that maybe, just maybe, we could kind of get out a little white here and just kind of make the little dots around them, and I might demonstrate how we do it. You see, a pink dot is right there, and we kind of got to make sure we get a thin bristled brush and kind of just put the spots in just like this. So that's just how we kind of get that little place in for a little bit of a something there. And maybe I say there's got to be other little things that come along, and you've got to be careful as you're moving it around not to get your finger into this wet paint while you're moving to the other side to take care of it on another one of these things. So try to just get the spots in their places, and this is a time when we're going to get little white dots around this little pink circle, and kind of get them in a little place. And sometimes, just sometimes, even though these ideas come out of the book, we don't know exactly what everything is supposed to be when it comes down to it. But that is just something we kind of, I'd say, just get out of this. And maybe for other things we come about with, I'd say we could probably just find a way to maybe kind of get out some gold, you know, and probably start out with a little dot that begins a little star that we make from it. And this is kind of something where I'm finally just taking on the instructions and realizing that it's good to use metallic gold for this. So I'd say we'll make a spot right here. There's going to be a time when that gold spot will be turned into a star, and the little star will have some dots coming along from it, and just seeing what we're going to have out of a little something or another that we're going to make. We kind of got four little places for dots, just like we got five little places for the little planet things. And there's probably going to be ways that we can kind of make that work out so much better. So maybe just get one back here as well. And nothing wrong with getting little things on the back of the coat sometimes. So I'd say with what we got here, probably a moment when we can let these gold dots dry and we can make stars from them later. Well, anyway, there's a time when I might come on here and try to kind of do a little thing or two just to try to get a little done with these stars that I have previously mentioned, and with a little thin bristled brush we can come back and make these little strokes that make the stars. And I say, even though we did kind of mess one up here, it's not going to hurt it too bad. We kind of did at the top a little bit, but I say we can come back and kind of, get where we can get a little star in place and just, try to get a little something done where we kind of work the little magic out of what we do. I'd say for this, just kind of get where we can like get the little stars just to come in the right place. And I can't remember or recall every place I ever made a gold dot on this to be the start of a star, but we're kind of working our way into it, trying to make it so it's going to be a fancy little thing. And I come back and kind of retouch on some of these stars, try to get them in a good little place to be. And so, with all the things we have to say about this, I could understand fully just how we're going to work things out for the far end of the future. So I know sometimes that there's going to be a little stress and a little difficulty to come in places now and then, and maybe I'd say we'll let those stars dry before we take any other steps. But I'd say that sometimes, just sometimes, if you're going to make something turn out good, you have to take the steps a little at a time. Well, now I could kind of come to this little point where there's going to be a little thing that is going to come of this, and I kind of made the little golden stars out the last time around, and you know that was just kind of the place for it at the moment. And I can tell you all a little bit more about how much further along we're going to go, but we're going to make 3 little dots to follow the star now. You see, we just got 3 little dots to follow that star, and 3 little dots to follow this one too. 3 little dots to follow this one. And as far as I can tell, there's one last star, and we'll make just what we did, 3 little dots to follow that one as well. So that's what we have to say for this step right here, and we'll be back to show another. Well, at this point, I think that the dots behind the stars are dry enough that I can begin to take another step. And this step right here is where we put these little 3 dots that are like, I don't know what you would call them, but take a little green and put 3 dots in a triangle, kind of like this. And we got it this way right here, just as you see. And for some other things we might need to do, make a little 3 dots right here. And it would be hard to try to get these all over the whole Santa, but the thing we can say is that we kind of got them in this place as well, and kind of see how we get them right here in another spot with those little dots in place. That's kind of something that, as part of the decoration of the suit, is just kind of made there in a place. And there's probably going to be steps we'll take to try to add just a little bit more of maybe a few things we might already have. And I can probably just see how, when it comes down to what we count here, that there's probably going to be some things that are in just the good place where they need to be. As far as I'm able to tell right now, I kind of don't think I need to add anything else, but there just could possibly be a little more thinking involved. So we're going to try to see whether there's anything else we need to add here to make the coat complete, but I think it looks like we're about where we can probably be done, because of course there ain't nothing on the back, you see, so we're probably about ready to end. As I came back around to seeing a little more on the coat, I got to thinking, and I came to realize we didn't put anything on this sleeve. So I can probably see how we can kind of try to have an even amount of everything on there. And, there's probably going to be a place right here where I'd say in this little place I could put another little star to go right there, and that would be a little thing that could kind of make its way to us and just kind of put the little star in its spot and just kind of make it where we kind of got a good little place in. And we'll kind of say over time that we've kind of got to put the extra dots in there just to kind of get it into its good little place, and just kind of see how for other things we might just get another little greenberry thing in another spot that I'm thinking of, and that might be the best thing if I can find the stuff to put on the sleeve here and try to kind of get that in a little good spot, kind of get it just like that right there. And with things kind of going as they are, I think that we've probably got things sufficient on here from what I'm finding out. And maybe because we got 5 planets, 5 stars, and 5 little green berries, so we have kind of just about, I think, covered as much as we need to, and this, I think, should all be good. So I say for now, I'd like to say that Cosmic Santa has everything he needs. So thank you for watching, and hope to see you in the next. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe to this channel. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one.